just for a bit of humour, you know. Anyways, we're live. I'll just double check that we're on Facebook. Hi everyone, it's Brandon from Orange Brick Road. This is our live stream for our newsletter. Today we're joined by Bisher from Stormrake. I'm just checking that we are live on Facebook, because we should be live on Facebook, Twitter. Oh yeah, there we are. Oh, there we go. No. All right, shush. Yep, 100%. It's working. Good day.
Confirmation.
Bisher from Stormrake, which is a brokering service based in Australia. We have put a lot of clients through Stormrake. It seems like a seamless platform. We've had nothing but good reports. So I'll throw it to you, Bisher, and then like I said to you earlier before we went live, that I've written you up a little poem. Okay, which I'm quite excited about. Everyone that I've said it to said basically don't do it. So that's pretty much a flag for me to do it.
Yeah,
so just
even more reason.
Just before we go into the newsletter, if you haven't subscribed, it's orangebrickroad.com.au. You'll see that you get a free newsletter. It comes out every Friday around lunchtime. We do a live stream, and I have a special guest on Saturdays around 4 o'clock. We're doing it Sunday today because I was running late, because you can see I'm not in my office. I'm sort of on the road at the moment. So, all right, I'll fly it straight to you, Bisher. If you just want to give a little intro about who you are and what you do, and then we'll fly straight into it after my poem, of course. You know?
Of course, over to you, sir.
All right. Well, okay. Bisher, he's the man. If he can't do it, we can probably find someone else. Bisher is the shepherd in my shepherd's pie. He is very fly for an almost white guy. He is my fizzle in my chicken snizzle. Bisher, how are you, mate?
Oh man, how can I even top that, or how can I even carry on with an introduction that's been that good? I'll you've left me speechless, man. That doesn't happen very often.
It's what I do to people. As soon as I go into the poetry and my literature, it's speechless.
All right. Well, my name is Bisher, as you've mentioned, and I'm the head of sales and brokerage for Stormrake. So pretty much anybody who's going to come through our doors looking to buy, sell, or swap crypto, I'll be looking after you. I've got a whole team behind me. I'm not a one-man show, but we'll be serving you to get your cryptos in and out of the market.
Great. And the difference between a brokerage and a centralized exchange, or a SEX?
Yep, very simple, is that you are going to be able to access over 30 different exchange prices when you're plugging into us. So you jump onto an exchange, you're facing one order book or one set of markets that they can offer you, which is fine. You connect with your broker, we give you access to far more assets and with better liquidity and better execution price. And you're also going to get a handheld service from start to finish. So with an exchange, and I love them, I think they're great businesses, you're on your own pretty much from start to finish, from onboarding to trading to withdrawing. Whereas when you're with us, you onboard with a real human, you're trading with myself, and then you're withdrawing with us as well. So we assist you every step of the way, and you're not having to face like a user platform. You do it with us, and we look after your business.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about all the rubbish that is coming with centralized exchanges. You know, with the old onboarding and all that. All right, I'm going to do the screen share. We're going to fly straight into it. I'm going to make sure I actually screen share this time, because I've done a whole stream. All right, you can see my screen?
Yes, sir. Coming in.
All right, excellent. I'm going to fly back to that because someone's already put in comments. All right, okay, Sophie has joined us. She appreciates my poem and my sense of humor. Gotta love Soph. How are you?
She's the best.
All right, she is. Okay, so this is basically the newsletter that comes out, like I said, every Friday. This is how you can join us on the live stream. So you can just ask us questions, or have some input. There's Bisher. He's the man. And also, what I want to talk about is we've included the link for your newsletter as well. Okay, so if you want to sign up to Stormrake, it's there. So basically, we have all these different articles, a little bit of a brief on what each article, so you just pick which one that you want to, and away we go. We have made a mistake. Because every time we do a newsletter, there's always one thing. We put the same title in both. Well, I didn't, Kieran. That's you, mate. They're actually two different articles, so I apologize for that. But basically, that's what the newsletter looks like. We've done a different format now too, so it's a lot easier to access on the off your phone, because we had to structure it a little bit differently. Okay, so here's like the newsletter that we were talking about. The link is in the newsletter, which was down here for Bisher from Stormrake's newsletter. And this is what his newsletter, it doesn't look as cool as mine, but you know, he's working on it.
Doesn't. It is.
But
I'm not a good design guy. You guys have got fantastic content and fantastic design. It's hard to compete with, to be honest.
that's right. Well, your content might be a little bit better, and ours looks a little bit better. You know, there's always an even middle somewhere. But yeah, I use this as a source of news. So yeah, definitely sign up for that. And once again, you can see the Trumpy thing there, and we'll go into that into a minute. All right, we'll start off with the crypto bubbles. This is on the weekly at the moment. Notcoin
Yes.
for the week, 273% up.
Epic stuff. Epic
Not
stuff. That's a
little...
meme coin on Ton. So that's what it is. You with us, Brendan? Oh, I don't know if I've it's my end. Let me double check. You're back.
Okay, I'm back. Everything froze. I don't know what's going on. Whose end?
Oh, good. I got you.
All right. No internet connection. Okay, what is going on? I think everything's frozen. Please stop. No, it's not. Okay, cool. All right, hopefully we're back on. All right, so you can hear me okay, Bish?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
All right, too easy. You can see the screen?
Yes, sir.
All right, happy days. All right, let's fly into it before we have another intrusion from the deep state.
That's right. It's the FBI. They're onto us.
100%. Well, you know, there is the saying, you know, if the deep state or the, you know, the powers to be aren't tracking you, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay.
Is that a double B quote classic?
That's the classic, mate. Brilliant. So this Notcoin, do you know much about it?
I would say yes, because we've got some people trading it with us now as we speak. So it's just been absolutely ripping. So people have been getting access to it through us for a number of weeks now. They've been building positions on it. It's one of the first meme coins on Ton. Ton has been a top 10 coin for a little while now. TON, it's essentially what is known as Telegram coin, because there's the people behind Telegram and the same people behind Toncoin, or they want to at least integrate it. So it's interesting to see that ecosystem going pretty hard. And yeah, meme coins are very hot. So anything that's a hot chain gets a hot meme coin.
Yeah, I've what's in the top 10? Is it? Oh, it must be the top 10 of the movers or something. Yeah.
No. It's a top 10 market cap.
It's in the top 10 market cap.
Yes,
oh
sir.
My goodness gracious! Oh, with a 269% pump, you know, and Shiba's up too.
Yeah. So that's for the year. So yeah, Ton has been a big play for us as well. Ton, Rune have been really good plays for us this year. So we didn't call not. A lot of our own customers were coming to it off their own volition, seeing the move. I wish I'd called it sooner. But it's only been around for a very short period of time, and it hasn't existed for ages. But you know, with these kind of things, you can you know, buy a little bit of strength, and then once it pumps a little bit, like say it doubles 100% in a week, take out your initial principal and then let the rest run.
Yeah, it's very, very good advice, man. Because yeah, like that's pretty much my trading investment sort of thing. Is once I've returned my, you know, like I've got my, you know, and there's a profit margin, then I then take it out, you know, because it's great to, like, you know, especially in the bull market, people, you're going to have, you can throw like a dart at the top 100 and you're going to make money. But the important thing is taking profits. And it's probably one of the hardest things to do in crypto, you know.
Yep.
But I did want to touch on Rune, which I think is coming up as well. Very bullish on that. Chainlink, I've always been bullish on Chain. I think Near's doing well as well.
Yep.
Any others that you kind of are looking at the moment?
Yeah, so I'm a really big fan of the RWAs. So in terms of
Yep.
what's there in the top 100 for you to take advantage of is mainly Ondo. Ondo will allow you to take advantage of tokenized bonds. Pendle follows is like a kind of more
Pendle.
of a
Yep.
mid-cap play, and then our favorite dark horse in the RWA sector is BST, Block Square Token. So those are the three that I like playing in the RWA space, and I think that's
Yep.
one that you got to look at. Really building position. Why people are really bullish on Brett as well, whilst we're seeing it as 73% up. People keep talking about base season, trying to meme that into existence.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a meme coin on base. So people are trying to, pump it all the way up. But I think that if you want to look at, say, maybe some other more obscure coins that haven't done as well as they possibly could have, I think Hedera is one that's going to be doing
Yes.
quite well over the next few
Yep.
months. I think it's been a bit underloved. I think it's a great chain, great
Yep.
ecosystem, as well as Algo. So if you put HBAR and Algo together,
Yep.
alongside some more speculative trading plays, and making sure you're holding in good size things like BTC, ETH, Rune, and Sol as like your base of your portfolio, in whatever percentages you feel comfortable, like you'll have a bull market ready portfolio.
Yeah, that is the key. The bull market ready portfolio is very well put. Like HBAR, yeah, I did a radio interview with them boys a couple of weeks back, which we will be bringing out on the podcast soon.
Nice.
I did want to bring up, where was it? I'm a little bit bullish on Polkadot as well, and also
Nice.
Domina. I've been in, it's like HBAR. HBAR's been around forever, but now it's moving,
Yeah.
I think it's, here we go. Sophie's intrusions, Tron, 23 million, top 10 market cap. Ton, yep, 100% safe. Okay, cool. Now, I heard a new thing today, OMG. Oh my God, is now sort of trending as Orange Man Good in the crypto space, which I just think is fantastic. How do you feel about this? All Trumpsters and saw Elon Musk jumping on. Well, Elon Musk has obviously been in crypto for a long time,
Yep.
but this was something that's really taken my attention. Where if you had said 5 years ago, or even 3 years ago, that politicians would be talking about crypto and having it on their platform, as to say, it's a pipe dream, isn't it? But now it's actually coming to fruition. Obviously, Trump doesn't, follow through on everything that he says, but this is actually a really, really bullish sign, isn't it?
It is. It really is, and I think it's a huge turning point within the political landscape in America. There was almost, the SEC was approaching it via regulation through enforcement, where they would get people into trouble rather than trying to provide guidance. And the political climate from the Democrats under Biden, and then particularly Elizabeth Warren, was quite toxic towards the crypto space, saying it's almost just exclusively used by criminals and money launderers. But then Donald Trump does what he does, and then he comes out and he says, I'm going to be the single candidate that will protect your right to self-custody Bitcoin, and we want to build the crypto industry in America. And then all of a sudden, overnight, they 180 their position because they don't want to be caught offside. So he is a absolute force to be reckoned with. And that's why we actually touched on it in the Rake review as well there, Brandon. If you want to just click on that tab there and then just scroll up a little bit, you'll see that cryptocurrency is a deciding factor in the upcoming US presidential election. And the reason behind that is crypto within the States is what is known as a single issue voter, where there'll be people, because in America, unlike here in Australia, you're not obligated to vote and get down to the ballot box. Whereas here, once you turn 18 and you register, you pretty much have to, otherwise you cop a fine. Whereas our American compatriots, you just have to show up and you can cast your vote, but you're not obligated.
You don't even
to
have to be a citizen.
Yeah, that's right. With some of the things that have been happening, so getting pretty wild. So, but with that said, it means that there might be up to, and I think there's I was reading some stats. There's something like 50 million crypto users in the US, right?
Yep.
Or holders of crypto in the US. So if you could imagine that not all of them are active politically and not all of them vote actively. So if they
Yep.
come out of the woodwork and say, yep, if Trump is going to be our guy and he's positive and bullish on crypto, we'll back him in. That's a huge number of voters coming in to back him, and that might get him over the line, because it was quite close in in 2020 when. So I think it's going to be quite exciting to have that as part of the political landscape, because it means that it's like these politicians have to put their money where their mouth is and be like, all right, either you're going to back it or you're not. And if you're not going to back it, then you're going to be on the outside track.
Yeah, 100%. But I think it also sends a signal not only to politicians but to the market, that crypto's been taken seriously now. And if he is going to gain votes through that, obviously the Democrats and every other party will pick up on that. Hey, this could be a vote winner, which I think it will. And he's also like, Ross Ulrich. Oh my God, I struggle with his name. He had, the founder of Silk Road. He's looking at releasing him. So yeah, good news all around, I hope. Now, speaking of going from good to bad, okay, did you have a chance to have a little listen to this guy?
Yeah, I did. Fascinating stuff. Audio is not coming through, my man. Not for me.
Okay. I think I've got to learn how to do that. I don't actually know how to do it. Okay, cool.
That's
so
right.
yeah, once again, another politician jumping on it. What did you think of this?
I think it is what it is. It's going to be more and more commonplace for people to be bullish on crypto and digital assets, because their constituency is saying, hey, we want crypto, we want to be able to access it, and we want it to be just as accessible as, say, stocks, for example. And even the New York Stock Exchange themselves is coming out and saying we're going to go to moving towards offering 24/7 stock trading, right? Which is huge. And the way they're going to do that is through tokenization, which is then forcing more of these politicians to recognize that blockchain at least and distributed ledger tech is not going anywhere, and they're going to have to come into at least leveling the playing field so that everybody could get access to it in a fair and accessible way, which could be the death of CBDCs, which I sure hope is the case.
Yes, that would be the hope of humanity, not just our own personal points of view, I think, mate, because I think that is pure evil. Okay, now you touched on this earlier, excuse me, with real world assets. Now, I know that you know Julia quite well, and Julia's part of Ocean Point, the tokenization of real estate. And you guys list BST now. We have access to it through Stormrake. Like you did touch on it earlier, but like it's just congratulations, Julia, with the $100 million worth of real estate tokenized. That's a good landmark in a short period of time. I know that they only first listed, I think, 2017, 2018, and it was somewhere in Slovakia or something like that. Yeah. So to turn that into what it is now is just absolutely huge. I'm so bullish on this coin and on real world assets in itself, and I know that you are as well. Where do you see like BST, Ocean Point, and other real world assets in this bull market? Do you think that these utility tokens are going to be like I don't know, the 2016-17 memes and what are they, NFTs, you know?
Yeah, so NFTs got hot in 21, 2017, 2018 was like alt layer ones was really popular. Yeah, we had obviously Dogecoin then. Every cycle has its hot narratives. And I think that outside of meme coins, which is a fun little one to play in, but it's hard to really invest in it, right? It's great for trading. I love meme coins as a trading opportunity, but from an investing standpoint, it doesn't make a lot of sense to myself. I'm not saying that it's not a good investable asset, but I like to stick to what I know. And I think that the hottest narratives that are really going to take foothold within this bull run is AI and real world assets. AI kind of ran since as early as last year, and RWA has been kind of more in the attention this year. And I think that this one is going to be here to stay. I think RWA as a crypto asset class in and of itself will be $1 trillion industry, right?
Yes.
That's going to bring in huge amounts of inflows into the ecosystem, because the whole point of getting into crypto is to make it easy, right? It's not meant to be like really complex technology. So for example, 99% of people don't know how the combustion engine works, have zero idea how it actually works, and
I
yet
don't know
they
how to
get into
change a
their
tire.
car every day. Yeah, you know, and then you know, and like we've got a supercomputer in our pockets. Nobody knows how this works. I asked them, how does a mobile phone work? Like, tell me how the chips work. How does telecommunications work? Right? They would just shrug their shoulders. I don't know. I just use it. Right? That's going to be the same thing for crypto and digital assets. And RWA will pave that way quite quickly, because if you think about it, USDT is a real world asset. You know, it's just tokenized US dollars. And so it makes it really easy for people to understand, oh, I can use USDT as a payment currency, right? Even though Bitcoin is the OG when it comes to that, it's harder for them to conceptualize a volatile asset, you know, which again, I love Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin traditionalist, but when you give them access to something like USDT and say, use this for payments, they're like, yep, that makes sense. And they instantly get into it. And so the same thing will happen with RWAs. And what Julia and the team at BST are doing is fantastic. I'm so bullish.
Yep, no, 100%, 100%. And just to circle back to what you're saying before with these meme coins and that sort of stuff, I don't mind having a little play with them, but I'll only use like 2% of my portfolio. You know what I mean? You just don't go hard. And if you want to fling a little bit at something that might 100 to 10,000x, great. Just don't go all in. Would be my not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. Okay, we got one more article to go, and then I wanted to also, if you can remind me. Okay, you can see my screen again. Okay, this one. I found this interesting. The dog token. Okay, Bitcoin based. Now I know that you're pretty bullish on runes.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is quite interesting. People are building on it, which is great. You know,
It is.
And I'm going to have a further look into this, because I think this has got a bit of upturn. You know, chances of going up. So, any thoughts on that?
Look, I like it from a trading perspective. I think that if you got spare capital allocation, 2, 3, 4, 5%, whatever it is, and you want to get some growth, play these markets, because look, I think that Bitcoin is the best chain in the world, second to none. You know, and I'm going to go a little bit Michael Saylor here and say there is no second best. You know, and so the more things that can be built on top of it, even though they're going to come for the meme coins and the ordinals and all of that kind of stuff, and you know, that might not be what dog go to the moon. That's the one that you're looking for.
Does dog go to the moon, does it?
Yeah, that's the one that you're looking for. You know, that. Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty low market cap.
Yes, yeah. So it's really moving. I think that if you like this kind of stuff, you know, definitely play it, but I think you're gonna get caught offside and lose some money if you go too heavy, because then the emotional bias comes and kicks in. So the way I see it is that a lot of this kind of stuff is great, because it brings more demand towards the Bitcoin blockchain. So they might come for the memes, and they might come for the ordinals, but they'll stay for Bitcoin. And that's what I love about what I was talking about before, how most people don't know how their phone works. Most people don't know how their car works, but yet they're going to use it every day. And that's what I want. I want Bitcoin to be used every day as like not even as like an initial thought. It's like an afterthought. Oh, you know, I'm trading, or I'm investing, or I'm collecting art, or I'm, you know, storing data, or whatever it is. I'm just storing it on the best blockchain in the world, and that's what I think is going to come to fruition.
Yeah, 100% agree with that, mate. 100% agreed. I'm going to flick back to that again. All right, and go. I'm getting good at this. It's so much harder when I'm on my laptop and I'm traveling. On my in my office. I've got everything set, you know. Okay, cool. Now, obviously, it's orangebrickroad.com.au. This is our website. We have, you know, one-on-one consulting, trading, brokering service, which is Stormrake, loans, revealed security, self-custody, bookkeeping, tax, estate planning, real-world assets. We basically, I think we have 16 different consultants that specialize in different areas, and we're associated with 14 different companies within the crypto sphere. Now, under services, you can see all them ones, and under broker, we're going to be having another tab, which will be doing an announcement. Well, you'll be doing the announcement, Mr. Bisher. Apparently, you're doing something with precious metals, mate. We had a conversation the other day.
Correct. So we've been lucky enough to partner with a bullion broker called Adams Bullion. They're going to be providing access to spot precious metals, either as on an allocated basis where you're just trading, essentially investing into the price of gold. You'll have a reserved allocation, or you can buy the real deal and then take ownership of it, and take self-custody of your own gold and silver, whether that be simple buyback ounces and buyback bars, or you want to get some of the more collectible stuff. But essentially, you'll be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, Bisher, I'll get 50K of Bitcoin, thanks, and 50K of gold, thank you very much. And you can have a portfolio of Bitcoin and gold by simply placing a phone call with myself. You can send the funds across and we'll fill your order and you're done. As easy as that.
Yep. I've been into precious metals for a long time now, probably a good 4 years. Bought a lot of silver, a little bit of gold. But when you say self-custody, does that mean if I buy some, say $1,000 worth, I can get sent $1,000 worth of gold?
Yep, that's right. You can choose the type of coin that you want to take. There's obviously a limited supply and inventory of these things, especially when you get into like the more collectible items like coins and things of that nature. But if you're just going to be buying ounces and half ounces, you'll be able to take that, and they'll be able to be shipped nationwide. So there's shipping available if you want to, take it yourself, or you can pick up in store on Collins Street in Melbourne.
Okay, sweet. And when's that going to be up and running, mate? Is that tomorrow?
It's up and running now. You can give me a call tomorrow and say, hey, Bish, I'm ready to go now. Or you're going to do it this evening. We'll be able to get you into the market, no problems. If there's something specific in mind, I'll put you in touch with Sam, who's the operations director there. He'll help you with your choices. But if you just want to get simple allocated gold, or you want to get simple gold ounces or buyback gold, then we'll get you into the market, no problems.
Okay, and just to get hold of you, it's easy, orangebrickroad.com.au under broker. And so then I can just buy some silver and some gold and some other stuff from you, mate. Pretty happy with that. And some crypto,
That's it, man. One-stop shop. That's the idea behind our entire business, is that we want to make accessing the world's financial markets as easy as possible. Our bread and butter is digital assets. So we're not going to come out and say, oh, come to us and, we'll do everything for you. We have partnered, just like you have, with some of the best in the industry to be able to offer these services. And we just want to focus on being the best goddamn crypto brokers and custodians that we possibly can be. And then we'll let everybody else shine in other areas and then partner with them to offer their services if it makes sense to do so.
Yep. No, that's brilliant, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Because when you gave me that phone call the other day, I was like, that's really, really cool. Get that up and running. Because I do have a lot of gold bugs, that are clients. So now we can just put them through the one service, which is great.
Correct.
Okay. Next and final question. When Bitcoin to the moon?
Oh man, it's
When's it topping, mate?
When's it topping? Oof. Okay, so I've been saying this for a little while now. Like, I think that the total crypto market cap will get to 6 trillion. That's my exit level, right? Or at least starting to go towards just BTC and stables, right? I think around that price, around total 6T will be around Bitcoin 150K. So if we get, because look, break it down. Let's get back to 21, 22, previous top of the market cycle. We got to about 3 trillion in total crypto market cap. I'm expecting it to double from there, with all of these positive things that are happening with, US politicians coming on board, the SEC being less hostile, RWAs taking center stage, AI didn't really exist as a sector last time. Now it does. So we'll get to 6 trillion.
ETFs,
Yeah,
banks,
all that kind of stuff,
institutional
everything.
buying.
That inflows will probably double where we were previously. Then we'll probably have some sort of local correction like we usually do. We're still a very cyclical market, very cyclical asset class. And then we'll get to about 6 trillion, 150K BTC, maybe 10K ETH, around those. And around that level, I'll be looking to start wanting to lighten my positions and look to exit, especially alts. Nothing against my altcoin connoisseurs, but when we start getting really toppy and frothy, you want to be in either stables or BTC, or just stables or just BTC, or some combination of the above.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying to my clients as well. Like, when that time comes, we'll be putting it out on the newsletter too. It's like not financial advice, it's for educational purposes only. But I'm currently considering taking profits, so that's another good reason to get onto the newsletter, because it's not just my opinion that goes onto the newsletter, and I'm pretty sure it's not just yours as well. We've got a team of people, that we have a conversation with. So,
correct.
All right. Is there anywhere else you can get a hold of you on socials or anything like that, mate?
Yeah, I'm pretty active on LinkedIn. People can give me a call as well. I'm available on 0478 675 399. And then people can always reach out to us at trade@stormrake.com if they're wanting to make a general inquiry or place an order. So contactable via phone, email, and socials.
Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, mate. We've actually just gone over by 1 minute, so we've timed it perfectly, brother. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. And we got it right this time. I know that I was running late yesterday. You were driving anyway, so it might have been, it all worked out,
It did. It all works out the best.
Thank the one and true God, Thor. That's all I can say. All right, brother. I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Love your work, man. Stay safe.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.